I know that this is unannounced, but you know what? I had a few minutes and I thought that I would just go ahead and, you know, just ease some of your fears and give you a little information. You know, just doing a nice deep dive into Kamala. And I'll do a Celtic cross spread. So I know there's probably not a lot of you that's here. If you're here, say hi. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. You know, the free way that you support any channel is that you give them, you know, the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Either way, it doesn't matter. You leave a comment, you share, you subscribe, check out membership. So I do, because this month, we're starting a new month. We are delving into dragons and how to find your personal dragon and which dragons you would summon for which reasons. So I have my dragon that I got from the Renaissance Fair over here. So I thought I would use him to just cleanse my cards before I start. Let me do my cards that I use for clarifiers. Give them a good cleansing. At the end, we will do a 3-card pull with the Dragon Oracle deck. And I have my new moon candle lit over here. Put my little dragon friend. This is gonna take up some space, so let's see, where should I put him? And sorry about the camera angle. Why YouTube is not letting me go to landscape and it's forcing me to be in portrait when I'm live, I do not know. So we'll put my little dragon friend over here. Actually, maybe even further over, because Celtic cross spreads are kind of big. So let's see. Welcome, Nancy, Lee, Barb, Kelly, Zen Soul. Welcome, welcome. And if you haven't checked out membership, I'll put the link below after this uploads. And, you know, there's a level for everybody. And I get asked this a lot. You will see the amount that it costs in the your country's currency, if that makes sense. You know, because I can only tell you what it is in US dollars. I don't know what it is in your country. Thank you, Kelly. Yes, happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope everyone is doing well, and you know, it's a nice day here. It's warm. It's about 90 with a lot of humidity for sure. Hi, Susan, Kathy, Alma. Okay, so we're going to do a nice deep dive looking at Kamala. And everyone does their Celtic cross a little bit different. So I will just tell you how I do mine as I'm doing it so it makes sense to you. Because I think I do it the standard way, but I have seen people do it a little bit different, right? There are like a few tweaks. So yeah, make sure you comment, hit the thumbs up. All right, so let's get into this. Okay, just waiting for a few more people to come in. If anyone does want a reading in September, I am booked up for August. Go to dianeaquarius.com. I also put out a new weekly blog. This one was interesting that I did last week. It's which tarot card corresponds to your zodiac sign. So that one's interesting. And I also started a podcast. And it has its own playlist that you can easily see, but I'll be putting out a new podcast. The last one I did was using numerology, what the last digit of your birth year means. Hello, blessed child, Rose, Ophelia. Welcome, welcome. Okay, let's get into it. So I think you can see, you should be able to see as I'm going along here. Either way, I'll tell you what all the cards are. So that's the 10 cards. And then I like to do my clarifying cards. I love these cards, but they're a little slippery. As you know, I love my iridescent foil type cards. Okay. Oh, good. So some more of you are trickling in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm not sure how well you can see the cards. I was mentioning this in membership the other night, that what I see on my end is not what you see in your end. And that is confusing, trying to get everything to balance out. So what I'm reading on is exactly what the title of this video is, which is a deep dive into Kamala Harris. And so I will explain to you what this Celtic cross means. I will set my candle aside. So the card that represents her energies at this moment is Four of Cups. She has a lot of decisions ahead of her. And being a cerebral person, Five of Wands, she is really thinking things through. She is thinking about, what strategy do I take? I think she's someone who's very analytical. I think she is someone who is a critical thinker, a deep thinker. And that's what, this is talking about. She is really trying to come up with the best plans, the best strategies. And, she goes back and forth in her mind. I always say, the nice thing about being intelligent is that you're intelligent, but the downside is you're intelligent. You are overthinking, you're overanalyzing. Sometimes ignorance is bliss, right? So sometimes the most tortured souls are the ones that are intelligent because they sit there and think and analyze. So right now, that's the mode she's in, where she is really thinking, really analyzing, coming up with plans, okay? Probably listening to her advisors and all that good stuff. Her obstacle, she's feeling a little bit imbalanced. So my second cards, whether I'm doing a Celtic cross or not, my second cards are always the obstacles and the challenges. So both of these cards, if you notice, he's holding the scales of balance here, and this is a card of balance. It's a 4. So she's trying to find her balance in the midst of all this. You have to remember, she just got thrown into this situation. And so what we're seeing at the very beginning of this spread is she's finding her footing. She's finding her balance. She's finding her rhythm. She's coming up with her best strategies, her best ideas. Her conscious thoughts, 6 of Cups. She is really drawing in from her past, right? This is a card about your past, nostalgia, things like that. So she's drawing from what she has learned in the past wisdom, past knowledge, past mistakes, past corrections from mistakes, right? Because we all make mistakes, right? But we learn from them. So she's drawing from everything she has learned. So that's what she is thinking about. What have I learned in my past that I can use now to go forward? Her subconscious thoughts, the Chariot, it's all about moving forward. Her energy, her momentum is just plowing through, okay? So she is moving forward. There is nothing stagnant about her, her energy here. Okay, she is definitely moving forward. I see Melissa asked about predictions on her VP. And you know what? I wasn't prepared to answer that question. And I'll tell you why. It is because when I looked at the speculative candidates, I sat there and I was, I was off camera. And it popped up on the news, like the people she was vetting and other people that could be considered and whatnot. The one that had the best cards was not a person I had heard of. So it wasn't like Shapiro, Buttigieg, what's his name? The one from California, Newsom. It wasn't one of those. It was actually somebody that I hadn't heard of, right? And you have to remember, I don't know every single selectman, governor, congressman, I don't. But it was somebody that I hadn't heard of. And then I was thinking, you know what, doesn't that make sense? Because they wouldn't have very much baggage. This would be somebody kind of coming in with a clean slate, because chances are, if I'm not familiar with this person, other people aren't either. Okay. So in the past, King of Pentacles, she was very grounded. She's coming from a background where she was very grounded, very down to earth. She was practical, reliable. So that's the foundation of which she's moving forward with the Chariot. Okay. So to sum this up so far, she is coming up with plots, plans, strategies. Okay. She's analyzing everything. She's really thinking things through. She's finding her footing. She's trying to find her balance, her rhythm, her flow. And she's really heavily drawing from her past, things that she has learned, all the wisdom that she has obtained, as a person, just as a human being, through her education, through her experience as being a prosecutor. So she's really drawing upon those sort of things. Okay. Cozy Mystery Writer asks, do I think Kamala is surprised by the outpouring of support for her? You know what? When I go into her energy, I feel overflowing joy. There is like it's almost like euphoric, like it's beautiful. So that tells me when someone feels like that, like they're being showered with love. It's like, I just see like rays, like pink rays of love surrounding her. So yes, she is feeling it. And let's keep sending that to her, right? Because the more someone feels love, whether it's coming from them or someone else, and better yet, if it's from both themselves and other people, the easier it is for them to manifest, right? Because when you open up your heart, chakra, when you're open to love, that's when you can manifest. That's when you can move mountains. That's where you create abundance and the life that you want, right? That's what I teach. Oh, and that's, guys, the manifestation course that I taught in membership, that's for Awaken Your Mind and Above. First of all, I'm so glad so many of you have been able to buy your first house. You got cured. You met your soulmate. Love that. For those of you that are ready to level up, this month, like I said, we're doing dragons, how to personally empower yourself with dragons. But next month we are adding to the manifestation course. There's 2 new skills that I have been using. I wanted to test them out that have changed everything. Okay. So just wanted to point that out. So short term, right? So we're looking at short term. She's once again trying to balance, right? She gets all these 4s. 4s, cards of balance. So once again, she is, I am so sorry. I have a hair hanging. So she's, just trying to find some balance, trying to also get rest. So if she was my client, what I would say to her is, this is such an important time of your life, but you need to practice self-care. And I always say this, and I don't care if we're talking about a Republican, a Democrat, an independent. I don't know how they do this campaigning. They are going 24/7. There is no rest. How they do it. I remember Hillary Clinton saying, when the last time she campaigned, that she would dig her nails into her palms during interviews to keep herself awake. right? And so I want Kamala to get some more rest. Okay, I want her to practice self-care because you know what she's gonna, here's the the 10 of Wands. And yes, I know my cards are shiny. I tell you what they are. You can see them. Life goes on. So she is going to feel some of the burden and the oppression. If she didn't, I would say she'd be delusional, right? How can you not? You're running for the highest office in the country, for one of the most important positions in the world. So of course, oh guys, if you even do anything, because you guys know, my viewers know, if you do anything where you engage trolls, I get rid of you. I don't care. So we need Jesus. Yes. Guess what? I am an ordained lay minister. So yes, our little friend is hidden, but I don't care. And you know what? But that's a sad thing. It's so sad because Jesus loved everybody and these people don't. That's a wig? My hair's a wig? Really? No. This is actually what happens when you practice self-care. No, I do not do moderators. Because you know what? I only cater to adults. End of story. And so the next one is for short-term goals. Her getting the financial backing that she needs, one. And two, really getting the younger Americans excited. And I remember I told you a while back that I thought that Biden was going to have an issue with younger people. And yeah, the poll numbers did support that. Kamala is able to do something, special where she is revitalizing and reinvigorating the Democratic Party. And so younger people are excited. And let's face it, she is breaking all records with donations. It is amazing. Now I know you can argue that we need to take money out of politics. I totally agree. But we are not there yet, are we? No. So am I excited that she's getting the donations? Yes, because in 2024 in the US, that's what she needs. Okay? We have to live with the reality that we are currently in. So how she sees herself, I love this. It's only in Hollywood that this is a bad card, right? So if you're confused, take my tarot class. So the Death card is about transition, transformation, right? And, there's 5 petals on here. 5 is the number of change in numerology. So she sees herself as transitioning and transforming. It's like she is just rising up. And I love that. I love that. So how other people see her? 10 of Cups, peace, love, and happiness. Here she is with who's going to be the first gentleman, their stepchildren, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I love that. Love that. Under hopes and fears, she gets the Strength card. So this is her hope. And I think this is a very normal, human thing. She wants to feel strong enough, feel courageous enough, right? Because wouldn't you question your abilities to be president? Can you do the campaign trail? Can you do actually, I shouldn't say every debate in this case because Chicken 45 may not show up, right? We don't know. But either way, I hope she gets the stage, if he decides to not show up, whatever. So, I find it interesting that people are asking what this is when you actually had to click on the title to get in. But anyways, so her final outcome, I am loving. Ace of Swords. So as you know, aces are new beginnings. Swords, this has to do with the sword of truth, right? So it is a double-sided sword, the sword of truth and justice. Her cutting through the muck, the mire, the garbage, all of that. So, it's beautiful that she comes through. This is under long-term, success. So, Yes, love that. And here she is. She is going towards, that new position. Because as you notice, like all the cups are upright, they are full. She has won, it's fantastic. Here she is in a leadership position, the Hierophant. And we've gotten the Hierophant actually quite a bit for her. I know my card for her is typically the Queen of Wands, but the Hierophant is somebody that is a teacher, a leader, somebody that people look up to. And the Empress. So that's one of my cards for the US. Let me see, just looking at that. There we go. Seeing everybody. Oh, hi, Sharon. Hi, Elflowers. Lots of people coming in. Yes. So like her cards are really beautiful, and you can sort of see the progression of where she is coming up with like thoughts, plans, strategies, finding her footing. I mean, she just got thrown into this, right? She's drawing the wisdom from her past. She's focused on, she's drawing the wisdom from her past, which is very, very solid. And her thoughts are on moving forward. And I love how like she has energized young people. She has motivated people to donate. I love that. I do love that she has the Strength card. She is strong enough. She is courageous enough. And I'm sure, just like all of us in private moments, she has like those, weird moments where it's like, oh my gosh, can I do this? And it's like the cards are saying, oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And I, love that she gets that she's transforming and transitioning. And like here she is, with her family celebrating. And it's a 10, right? So it's like the end of the journey. Like so she goes through all of this to reach that peace, love, and happiness, holding the sword of truth, where she can actually bring ethics and justice, back into the White House. And I like how she is going to be viewed as the Hierophant, as somebody who teaches, who leads, and the Empress, which is one of my cards for the US, but it's also a very motherly card. It's a card of being nurturing and caring. It's also a card of creativity and abundance. So I just love that. Anybody have any questions for me before I do the 3-card pull? I just wanted to come in and say hi to everybody, just quickly while I have a couple of seconds. Because tomorrow I'm busy all day, but I will have videos coming up. The next video I have coming up is looking at the Supreme Court justices. So if you have questions about the Supreme Court justices, hang on, because I have a video coming out on that one. No, I do not have mods. I do not care, because here's the thing. If you are not mature enough to deal with social media, then don't be on it, please. If you can't look away, because I'm the one that's actually running this and I don't care. So why do you? I already addressed VP pick, Paula, but I think that deserves its own video. Like I said, I wasn't prepared to answer that question, and I'll tell you why. It's because when I was doing the cards, I did not recognize, I forget the name. I did write it down. It's in my living room. I did write down who it was. It was not somebody that I recognized. So not Buttigieg, not Shapiro, not Newsom, not those people. It was someone that I wasn't familiar with. So I will, and once again, that actually deserves its own video too. Yeah, Sugar. What is it? Sugar Wildflower. Yeah, we definitely need one on SCOTUS separately. Will there be another debate? Let's see. We have looked at this before. Is he going to, because everybody's saying, no, I'm not going to do it. I mean, I hope if he doesn't, they just give her the floor for that. I think it's 90 minutes. Joe, I'm sorry that you have diabetes. Much prayer, much love. Crystal Magic. Okay, another debate. Let's see. Let's see. Wait, didn't I get this before? 45 paddling his little boat trying to go. You know, he's trying to get to smoother waters. Let me put these down. So the obstacle is King of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. Oh, weird. I think he's going to show up, guys. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but I think he's going to show up. But here's the thing. He's going, because the King of Pentacles is in the obstacle position, he's going to show up very ungrounded. And, you know, I think where he's going to be opposite someone like Kamala, that is going to be really difficult for him. It's going to be a real challenge. But yeah, you know what? It's going to be here before we know it. Things are speeding up. But I also think 45 is starting to feel like, oh my gosh, like these slings and arrows are coming at me. Oh my gosh, like I have to do this, because he doesn't want to. You know, I follow him so you guys don't have to. So I get his email. It was the weirdest email I have ever gotten. So they do this thing where they insert your first name into the email. So it was like, Dear Diane, I've canceled all my plans for you. So kind of hinting to like, I don't really want to do rallies and I don't want to do debates. I'm trying to hide. And he almost made it sound like he was asking me out on a date. Like, I'm saving this date just for you. And it was like really creepy and unhinged. It was really bizarre. So, oh, somebody's, actually a few of you I see are asking about the Black journalist's interview that he did. I mean, what a disaster. And, you know, his people ended up pulling him off the stage. There was technical issues. You know, that turned ugly. But did you have to be psychic to think that it was going to turn out any other way, right? You know, Lord. So here comes Kamala leading the way, showing him how to do it, right? The Hierophant's a teacher, a leader, okay? And it gives her like this beautiful new beginning, the Magician. And so, you know, that's a new beginning where she manifests her desires into reality. But boy, is he stressed. He is stressed. He is, you know, their energies are like very different when you look at this. You know, she's like all excited and enthused, like she wants us, you know, and she'll be there no matter what on that date, okay? Him, on the other hand, he's going to be going kicking and screaming. So any other questions? I want to be clear, because I know some of you are my followers. When you sit there and say troll, 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 I get rid of you because you are feeding into it. I don't deal with it. You guys have been watching me. Some of you, I know you've been watching me through election after election. You know I don't deal with it. If you're not an adult, please step out of the room. Yeah, really scary, Nolita. Nolita asks, what about 45 telling supporters he has enough? He has enough votes because they don't need to vote. That was really scary because, and actually I think it was scarier for the Republicans because he showed their hand. Because I think he's not able to think straight, his brain is turning to mush at this point. He's not having that filter. Like, he shouldn't have said that, right? He showed the Republicans' hand that this is going to be a dictatorship. And so not good for the Republican Party. So let's see if there'll be any fallout from him saying that. Yeah, Barb, maybe his bone spurs are going to prevent him from debating, right? I don't know. Maybe they'll have to give him a chair. I don't know. So let's see, any fallout from that statement? Or does life go on? Oh, the obstacle is 3 of Swords. interesting how this digs up something in the past. So this actually does have, this actually, because I was going to say probably maybe doesn't have too much of, you know, of like of an upcoming issue kind of thing for him. So his partnership with the Republican Party did get injured. And, you know, the obstacle, Three of Swords, heartbreak, loss, grief, sorrow, okay? Something about his past with him saying that gets dragged up and it becomes like this legal issue. So there is something that actually does happen from him saying that, you know, it's in the future, but it's going to be crazy. But so, yeah, now they have to decide what in the heck they're going to do with him. And if you watched my last video, you know, I did talk a lot about, I think the Republican Party is having buyer's remorse with having him. And I think also, too, with having Vance. You know, it's like when Kamala said, he's weird. You know, these people are strange. I mean, the book alone, good Lord. I mean, we're talking about things when it comes to Vance that I never thought we'd be talking about when it comes to a politician. So, you know, when will all this craziness go away? I actually think this will be the last election that we deal with this. Because first of all, 45 isn't going to be around for the next election. And there's nobody quite as weird as him. It's quite as, like, let's say unique. We'll put it nicely. So I think this is the last time we have the craziness. This will be the last time. I have a lot of hope and, you know, that sort of thing. How do you hit the like button? It should be right there. I know some of you guys watch this on a TV, but you just hit like your up arrow and you go over and hit the like button. So, all right. Hello, Tris. Hello, Dee. Jolie, Kate, Rush. Let me see. All right. Let's see. Any parting thoughts that people need to know? Any parting thoughts before we do our little dragon pull here? Normally when I do live videos, I make it so people that have been subscribed for 24 hours or more are able to comment. I forgot to do that with this one, but you know what? Guys, you're adults. Be the adult. We're better than that. So let's see. 3 of Wands. You know, we're all kind of waiting for our ship to come in, which is so funny because when you look at this, right, it's all, the water's always yellow, right? Why the water's yellow, I'm not quite sure. But we're all kind of like in this position where we're waiting for our ships to come in with this, right? We're waiting for this election to happen. No matter what side of the aisle you're on, you're waiting, right? We're in a waiting mode, okay? Let me see. Oh, where's Melania? Hiding. Let me just lay the cards out so I can see what we are looking at. Okay. So right now, I think as a country, our courage, our strength, our patience is being tested, right? And we just need to hold tight. We're going to make it through this. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. You got to make it through this, right? Life is going to go on. You know, I do see Kamala winning, but, you know, some of you are letting your anxieties get to the point that you're not really being functional again, just like you did last time. And unfortunately, that feeds into more negativity and you manifest that which you do not desire, right? So keep that in mind. I think there's a lot of, you know, this is 3 of Swords, a lot of brokenheartedness and sadness, you know, that a lot of people are feeling. You know, I think a lot of people didn't like how Biden was treated, but I will say that, you know, sometimes divine intervention happens. We can only deal with what we have in front of us. And so I feel like this is going to be good, you know, with Kamala. I think this put some new blood, new juice into the Democratic Party, into, you know, this campaign. So I feel really good about that. Let's see. Sometimes people talk about stuff I have no idea what they're talking about. Here's Kamala winning. I love it. You know, here she is, Queen of Wands. She has her black cat with her, which, you know, symbolizes intuition. Out of all the queens, this is the one that's like the most passionate, enthusiastic, you know, excited. And watch the video that I just made with Andre. Before I did this, I made a video with Andre, the astrologer. It's going to be up on his channel. I will put the link in the community tab, unless I figure out how to actually directly upload it onto here. I got to play with my MacBook for that one. We need to just persevere, 9 of Wands, a little bit longer. You know, that goes back to having patience, waiting for our ship to come in. I'm seeing a theme here. So that tells me that the people that are watching me right now are feeling very anxious. They want this to be over, blah, blah, blah. So you know what? We're in for a beautiful new change, you know, Knight of Wands. So good things are coming. We just have to be patient, hold on, you know. Yeah, some of you are asking questions that if you watch my video with Andre that's coming out, I think later today, will definitely be answered. Oh, the poor man with diabetes. He's so sick. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so let's do a 3-card pull using our dragon friends over here. I'll just shuffle them and take the top 3. Hit the like button, please. And, you know, just tune in. What information do you need to know right now? What is the universe trying to tell you? You know, what dragon information is best for you? So let's see. Here we go. So 1, 2, or 3. All right, so number 1, beautiful card here, Kuan Yin's Pink Dragon. And it says, brings firm love that resets your karmic balance. See all your cords dissolved by transcendent love. Enjoy your freedom. Look for the divine around you. So yeah, you know what? Any cords that you have to people that are negative, toxic, cut the cords, move on, right? You know, allow that love, right? Because pink is love, right? Pink's our heart chakra, right? You know, I always imagine my heart chakra opening up with that beautiful emerald green light with a swirl of pink. So yeah, bring love into your life. Number 2, Archangel Gabriel's dragon brings purification. Self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy. You can carry Archangel Gabriel's diamond. I love that. And you can see like he has the diamond here. And you know, Gabriel is the archangel of messages. So for any of you that have anything to do with reading, writing, podcasts, blogs, social media, journalism, you're an author, you're a writer, whatever, a singer or even dancers, someone that has a message to get out, Gabriel is wonderful for that. He is the messenger angel. And then number 3, Black Dragon. And it says, cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. So this is a time to go within, you know, sort of like a butterfly, go into your cocoon so you can come out transformed. You know, sometimes we do have to stop paying attention to everything that's, you know, like all the noise, I call it, right? Everything that's happening outside of us, and go within. And, you know, that way we can level up, right? So, all right, everybody, I just wanted to say thank you for joining me. I will have some more videos coming up, one looking at SCOTUS, one looking at who I think the VP pick is. So I'll probably be releasing a video just about every day, okay? So stay tuned and have a beautiful Thursday, everybody. Bye, guys.